All right, everybody, we're back. Now, here's the deal. It appears that the very popular chicken sandwich restaurant called Chick-fil-A and the president of that restaurant, Dan Cathy, has made a statement publicly that he is against same-sex marriages, or as they say in the genre, marriage equality. He would never say that, and neither would I. It's same-sex marriage is an abomination before God. Now, Chick-fil-A is a very popular restaurant if you've been around, not so popular right here in the New York City area, but even in cities like Chicago and Atlanta, Chick-fil-A is a pretty pronounced large restaurant, and also Chick-fil-A is on a large number of college campuses. So it appears now that the mayor of the city of Chicago, the report in the Chicago Sun-Times, is that Mayor Rahm Emanuel is putting forth an effort to try to block the expansion of Chick-fil-A restaurants in the Chicago area. And there's also a local alderman who is working with the Mayor Rahm Emanuel because of Dan Cathy, who is the president of Chick-fil-A's, biblical and godly and moral professions regarding the fact that gay marriages are unbiblical, they're unmoral, and immoral rather, and they should not be taking place. But there's a big hullabaloo, and I haven't reported about it. This has been going on now for a couple of days. And I understand that in one of the North Chicago area stores, Chick-fil-A, there's going to be some sort of a gay rights kiss-in. Let me just try to read it here. This is from the CBS News in Chicago, that the gay rights group Equality Illinois is launching a campaign against Chick-fil-A, petitioning universities and lawmakers to evict the fast food restaurant from their campuses and planning a kiss-in. Now, obviously, I don't have to explain to you what a kiss-in, but you know I'm going to do it because it's just graphic ugliness, where gay people are going to stand out in front of the Chick-fil-A restaurant on this college campus, and the lesbians and the gays and everybody else, they're going to stand out there and they're going to kiss one another in front of the restaurant. You know, this is the way, I think that one of the ways, I mean, I try to, I've lived a fairly goodly number of years. I was watching some of the young men in our congregation. And, you know, I've lived through the period of time where no telephones were accessible. Some of y'all will remember years ago where on every street corner and every subway, there was a public phone. And some can even remember the phone booth that Superman used to change into. Well, we couldn't have Superman now because everybody's got a personal cell phone. But I come from an era where there were no phones. And there's only in major offices were telephones. In the school I went to, there was only one telephone in the entire school. But to advance to the point where the morals of a people have descended into homosexuals now being recognized as a group that even Darwinism and evolution denounces, and the Bible surely speaks wholeheartedly that it is an abomination. But in spite of these two very strong creation theologies and ideologies, humanity has decided, and most people have said, okay, that homosexual lifestyles and same-sex marriages is nothing more than civil rights and marriage equality. What a leap and what a stretch away from sanity. So when you take a person such as myself to have lived through so many various changes, I'm looking at where the world changes, it is incredible. But okay, what I also have noticed and what my experience have taught me in methods of learning and observance is how people respond to various things. To have a kiss-in is about as ugly of a protest as you can possibly have. Okay, why don't you get some signs like everybody else and march around Chick-fil-A, put Dan Cathy's face on a post, one of your banners or whatever it is, and say what you want to say about him. But you know, this kiss-in is not going to be just people giving a nice in the World War II Times Square sailor kissing that blonde there in Times Square. It ain't gonna be that at all. This is gonna be downright dirty. They're gonna be bumping and grinding. They're gonna be stripped down to G-strings and pasties. It's gonna be an ugly, ugly sight. I think if you've ever witnessed a homosexual, and these people are really, they are demented. Homosexual people are sick. And it isn't just the fact that they do this abnormal behavior, but the way that they defend themselves, the manner with which they come out and defend themselves. If you have been to a lesbian and gay parade, it is wretched. The things that they do, even have oral sex on floats going down Fifth Avenue. It is absolutely wretched. Now I hear this book, 50 Shades of Grey, which really is a handbook on teaching straight women how to become lesbian and how to seek sexual pleasures in deviant, ungodly, even ways that most homosexuals would probably shun. What is our world coming to? So now Chick-fil-A has made a statement. The president has said he don't believe in same-sex marriages. And they're going to, well, okay. You don't have to protest him. Just don't go eat there. That's all. If you don't, go to McDonald's if you're a homosexual. Go wherever it is that you go. Go to Kentucky Fried. See if the colonel cares about, But this is going to be a real ugly thing. This kiss-in that they're going to have out in front of this, and this probably will spread nationwide. You know what I say? I say to everybody, hey, there is a homosexual-free zone in Chick-fil-A. If you don't want to be bothered with homos in a restaurant, then go to Chick-fil-A, because they don't go there. It's a homo-free zone. I encourage everybody, have your lunch meals at Chick-fil-A. And by the way, the food is really good. The sandwiches and the sauce and the bread. The Chick-fil-A is really, the food is a phenomenal chicken sandwich. So if you don't want to be bothered with homos, go to Chick-fil-A. By the way, let's bring up Glenn Campbell again. Let's take us up to the top of the hour in the Wichita Lineman song that he coined. I'll be right back, everybody. You're listening to the Manning Report. And if you don't want to be involved, don't want to be in a restaurant where there's a bunch of homosexuals, go to Chick-fil-A. Want to remind everybody that you can listen to the Manning Report now 24 hours a day, 7 days a week if you have any kind of a web access device. Simply download the Shoutcast app or the Win app, depending on which system you may be employing, and just type in the search field Outlaw, and there you'll have it, the Manning Report, 24 hours a day, 7 days per week. And we encourage you to drive with Manning. Actually, you have the system whereby you can have your smartphone or your web access device playing through your car radio and stereo system as you drive to and fro to work or as you're out on a pleasure date. Listen to the Manning Report as you take your girl out on a date, and let her listen to Manning lay it out just the way it truly and really is. Or you might want to allow the Manning Report to play in your restaurant, or if you have a place where patriots come and unite, put on the Manning Report in your bars or in your supper clubs or in your lodges. Put on the Manning Report while people are having dinner in your diner. The Manning Report is accessible now through Shoutcast or Win app or any web access device. That's right. The Manning Report, everybody. The Manning Report, everybody. The quintessential Manning Report.
All true, all the time.